From the 5-yard line, thank you, Trace. There's Gibbs again. Got people on him quickly, but that speed being shown off here as he gets that out to about the 20-yard line. Yeah, and you know, you of course, as you watch Gibbs do this nifty move right here.
Two tight end set, 2nd and 5. Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Just watch the blocking of Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brock Wright, Sam Laporta coming around the edge. They seal off that edge for Jahmyr. You know, there wasn't a lot of just joking around. They really are intense about being great.
Now here's Gibbs. Inside the 20, finally shoved out of bounds by Kevin Byard. 41 yards.
Run this type of play. This is an influence trap, and he runs right around Tyrique Stevenson. That play was so fast. Tyrique Stevenson couldn't even react. Just take a look. He's like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And he's out the gate. That's the speed of Jahmyr Gibbs. When you run these quick hitters called an influence trap, linebacker, seriously, who, why?
The Hall of Famer, 2nd and 2. On the toss, it's Gibbs. And he is finally brought down by Sweat. Inside the Chicago 10.
My goodness. Jahmyr Gibbs is so fast, it's almost unfair. He runs right around Montez Sweat. Still going, still going. Shakes Nashawn.
Gibbs. Touchdown. What a good start for the Lions. The conversion on 4th down. Lamar Jackson will try to answer. And the Lions, who put up 52 on the Bears, have one possession. And into the end zone they go.
A lot of Amon-Ra here. Here he is leading the way this time as the lead blocker. An excellent job.
4th and 1. They pitch to Gibbs. Touchdown!
Well, we've seen Johnny Morton dial up a couple of these tonight. This is good execution. They get it to St. Brown, and then he pitches it out to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Garrett has returned. 1st and goal, 8-yard line. This is Gibbs inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown!
There goes the run game. John Morton, offensive coordinator, said they haven't seen a run game like ours. The patience of Jahmyr Gibbs.
Lions offense from their own 15. Hand off to Gibbs. Gibbs still going. Gibbs finally taken down at the 39-yard line. Gain of 24 for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Take a look at Jared Goff. You can see some of the defenders thinking that it was going to be a wide receiver screen. Instead, it's right up the gut with Jahmyr Gibbs. And I have been just so impressed.
From the 46, the give to Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs across midfield, still going. Down the sideline. And finally forced out of bounds by Carson Schlesinger, the rookie out of UCLA. Gibbs picks up 22.
Just take a look at Khalif Raymond, and now he goes and gets a block on a linebacker, Devin Bush, then takes out.
Laporta in motion, swinging out to Gibbs with blockers in front. Gibbs weaving through traffic, inside the 5, fights his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Lions.
This is a great effort by Jahmyr Gibbs, again showing that he's more than just a dynamic athlete, because if you watch this, right, okay, ball's in his hand.
Under 5 till halftime. Fast moving first half.
Gibbs, Goods, hesitation, and there goes Gibbs in the secondary. The 48-yard line. First down gain of 15 for Jahmyr Gibbs, third-year back Alabama.
Mike, this push is just killing Kansas City up front. You're getting the motion going this way, but watch how far down the field.
But he knows he won't have a lot of time to throw it.
Here is Gibbs out of the backfield. Good throw, good stop, good move. Gibbs out of bounds near the 40. Jahmyr Gibbs is a home run waiting to happen every time he touches the ball.
This has kind of been the Achilles heel of this Tampa defense, is when they've gotten the ball to backs, they've had a hard time corralling them and getting them to the ground. The run after the catch has created the space that he had on that last play to run.
Second down and 4, quick snap. Wide open and now turning upfield is Gibbs. Full head of steam inside the 25. 24 yards for number 0 as Goff hits him in stride.
Yeah, and you got big Sam Laporta, who's kind of out there leading the way once the ball gets. Glad I'm not a DB.
Right up the gut, there goes Gibbs. Foot race. Winfield can't get there. Touchdown Lions. What a game he's putting together.
Well, watch Tay Radledge and Penei Sewell, the right guard and right tackle. I mean, Penei Sewell, he just moves people in the run game. And also, you don't have runs like this unless you get cooperation from the wide receivers. Khalif Raymond comes up. He's able to come up and pick off Tyke Smith. And the collection of those 3 guys, along with Sam Laporta, who secured the edge, I mean, you're not going to catch Jahmyr Gibbs. And to go back to what I said earlier about Gibbs carrying more of the water than David Montgomery, it's for those reasons. It's a 9-point swing from the end of the first half, the field goal, and then the touchdown. They're starting to sense some urgency.
Here goes Gibbs into the secondary, and on 1st and 10 is able to carry for 15.
He's 15 yards downfield before anybody kind of gets near him. Watch the hole that opens up and the vision that he has. I mean, the lane right through there. Look at all this space. I mean, I thought he was good.
On 2nd and 7. Spinning grab by Gibbs, and he's got room. He's got blocking. Cuts back, down at the 5. Tackled by Winfield.
You know, I know everybody's going to talk about Gibbs and getting the ball and running, but I got to be honest. Penei Sewell, the right tackle, look at the athleticism of this guy. I mean, he's out front, and he's not able to make the key blocks that turn him.
1st and goal from the 5. Why not? Gibbs again. Spinning touchdown.
Either we've got to convert on 3rd down or not get to 3rd down, because otherwise we're going to go up and down the field. They had 1 3rd down, 3rd and 2. They converted it. It was the only one of the drive, and they made it look pretty easy. I don't think anybody's going to be asking Johnny Morton.
Gibbs in the backfield. They hand to St. Brown. He pitches to Gibbs. And fought for it. Where are they going to put it?
Boy, it is tight.
They had multiple chances to bring Gibbs down after that pitch by St. Brown. And the first guy to miss was Anthony Nelson.
That's the toughness I talked about a little moment ago of Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, it's just all him, because he is short there of the 1st down after 4 guys.
Goff on 2nd down, over the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, that is just too easy. Having Jahmyr Gibbs one-on-one with the linebacker who's going up against Jordan McGee.
Gibbs and St. Brown with touchdowns today. Here's Gibbs. Gibbs across midfield. And he is finally forced out of bounds by Jeremy Reeves in Washington Commanders territory. Gain of 27 yards.
I mean, he's not even getting touched as he's going through the hole. And the first thing I think about is the big block he laid on Trey Amos to start this series. They had a nice game from Khalif Raymond. John Moore sees that, says, I'm going to reward you with 2 runs.
Second down and 4. Brock Wright, the tight end, in at fullback. There's Gibbs, cuts to the outside, turns the corner. Still going into the end zone. Touchdown. Second of the day for Gibbs.
Running it right towards Penei Sewell, and they get to that side. As soon as Jahmyr Gibbs breaks that first tackle, Frankie Louvu, he outruns the defense, and then they just bowl over the Commanders to push Jahmyr Gibbs in for the touchdown.
St. Brown and Laporta.
Look at that.
Do you call that the back push?
Some quarterbacks struggle out there, and that's the separation of a good and elite quarterback.
There's Gibbs up the middle, big hole, first down and more. Finally tackled at the Commanders' 25-yard line by Martin.
Watch the blocking and how this hole opens up for Jahmyr Gibbs right up the gut. Look at that. There is no stunting by the defensive line. The linebackers aren't there. Frankie Louvu is running 15 yards downfield trying to catch this guy. Jahmyr Gibbs is having a field day. Well, actually, offensive line design the plays, get it out there. The second was commit to this running game between the tackles, which has opened up everything else. And Jahmyr Gibbs going for a touchdown.
Gibbs takes it all the way. "43 yards for a Lions touchdown."
Kenny, who are they running behind? 3-time Pro Bowler Penei Sewell. You have the unselfish block.
Lions spread it out, 1st and 10. And Goff out, Gibbs in space, turns on the Jets. He said he goes from 1st to 5th gear immediately. He's describing his speed. First down to the Philly 48.
So, Mike, the difference between college and the NFL are the hash marks are basically in the middle of the field. So,
Jalen Hurts 9 of 19 passing, 63 yards on this windy night. Out quick, Gibbs on the edge. Taken off like a rocket. Jahmyr Gibbs cuts back inside again. Look at Gibbs go! All the way to the 24-yard line.
Hurt because they were going to jump in with pressure, and so that gave Gibbs just enough space to catch this ball, and once he does, it is game over. Heck of a job by Penei Sewell on the outside with that key kick-out block there, but that is the speed of Gibbs, and look out.
3rd and 10. Eagles bring 4. Try the screen with Gibbs, who's got the first down, and more. Gibbs taken off again. Still rolling to the 48-yard line. This dude's incredible. 33. First down, Detroit.
I got an idea for him. Let's get it to number 0 a few more times. I mean, they even know this screen is coming. Look at that. I mean, they know absolutely what's in front.
Aside from that one play, the first touchdown, it's been just basic football.
2nd and 1, Gibbs picks up a Lions first down, still going inside the 30. One man to beat, it's Belton. And Belton brings him down inside the Giants' 5-yard line.
The blocking up front is the reason that Jahmyr Gibbs is able to get this. Look at that double up to the linebacker, and Jahmyr Gibbs has been so much better between the tackles. The patience that he has allows the blocks to get set up, and then every time I'm seeing him touch the football, I hold my breath. It feels like he can go the distance every time, playing outstanding football for them.
On 1st and goal, it is Gibbs, reaches across, touchdown.
Keep getting after him as if it was 0-0.
Right, the blown leads have been well documented. There's Gibbs. Belton couldn't bring him down. Holland chasing after him. And Jahmyr Gibbs is into the end zone for a Lions touchdown, 49 yards.
This is the same play that he almost scored a touchdown on before, and you're going to watch the individual effort from Jahmyr Gibbs. You see how they get to the second level, and I don't see him on the sideline, so I'm going to keep watching that.
Here's Gibbs on first down. Jahmyr Gibbs across midfield. One man to beat. Inside the 20, the 10. Touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. In overtime. Remember, the Giants will have an opportunity. Gibbs takes it 69 yards.
And that's why I mentioned Dexter Lawrence not being in the game. There was nobody to plug the middle of this defense. You just watch how they're hooking the defensive line. They stunt one way, they get out there, get out left.
Gibbs tries to outrace Parsons, and he does. Look at Gibbs, who's got a first down. Boy, you don't see anybody do that. He ran right by Micah Parsons on the outside to pick up a first and 19 on the rush.
Oh, yeah, he's out, and then he's in. Here's Parsons, who's done a great job actually playing the run on the bottom of the screen. But nobody. Decker's on Parsons, breaking through the line of scrimmage. Valentine's trying to tackle.
Second down, they'll get a run going. Gibbs gets a block and then stays in bounds. What a run and balance by Jahmyr Gibbs that time. 3rd and 6. Gonna run to Gibbs. Oh, great stutter step. Jahmyr Gibbs. That was all him to the outside, and they convert after that drop flea flicker play and make it a first down anyway.
3rd down and 3. Pressure put on again. Gibbs takes the swing pass. First down and a lot more. To the 40, to the 36-yard line he goes. So a 3rd and 3. Dallas having a lot of trouble this year defending on 3rd down.
And really a great call here by the head coach, Dan Campbell. You'll see the escort out front. There's Taylor Decker. Moves well for a big tackle. Does a nice job out in space against the linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And, of course,
in addition to his proficiency on the ground this season. Off the fake again. Over the middle. Caught at the 34. There he goes again. Inside the 15. Breaking tackles all the way to the 11-yard line.
I think Detroit's going to try to take advantage of. This is Kenneth Murray right here in the middle. You see Overshown right here. He'll work to the outside, take St. Brown. Now it's just a one-on-one matchup. Who's going to win this? Gibbs every single time. There aren't any linebackers in the NFL, especially Kenneth Murray at his size, that can stay with Gibbs. Look at that. That's a tough thing to do. It's an area that I think Dan Campbell wants to.
2nd and goal. Through the middle. Gibbs into the end zone for a Lions touchdown. So they take advantage of the short field. And down they go into the end zone. 6 plays, 42 yards to take the lead.
Watch the rookie here pick up a nice.
2nd down and 7. Gibbs. He can only bottle him up so long. Touchdown.
They convert, keep this drive alive. Watch Penei Sewell on the right side with the rookie Tate Ratledge. Good job of just kind of pushing that defensive line. They were slanting that way, just push them down. Looks like they're going to take a peek to make sure he was good to go, and into the end zone. Looks clean to me.
Gibbs the back. Give it to him to the outside. Blocking, and into the end zone he goes. Tristan Colon led the way.
Three tight ends over here, but watch the left guard pull around. 57, he gets out. Now he's got to make a play out in the space, takes on Rebel, buries him, and Gibbs walks.
Ferkser, by the way, is 4th of the game for 40 yards. Here's a little lob over to Gibbs. In the open field. He's down to the 40-yard line, maybe the 2. Sewell had a big block to help this play bust open.
Just a great
pressure. Goff zips it underneath. It is caught. It's going to be a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs is in.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. Got so much confidence on Amon-Ra. And the other thing about it is Goff knows where Amon-Ra is on every play.
Here he knows where Gibbs is going to handle the ball on a big hole in the middle for Jahmyr Gibbs. That's a great start for him.